money. How can you use your money well? How can you make your money to work for you? Ladies and gentlemen, let us stand up and we welcome our second speaker. I don't have to introduce him once again, but at least tumpate tu a round of applause anapokuja. Tulisema tusimame. I'm saying that deliberately because I najua kuna wengine kama ile chakula mimi nimekula ni ile nyinyi pia mmekula. Lakini I'm told that tulikuwa high table. But hiyo ya high table bado pia ndio nyinyi mmekula. So welcome Brother Ndicho. The floor is yours. Thank you guys. Let us look forward to what we
Aya, asante sana. Now, well, I have to say something. We have been, quite honestly, I have a lot of notes for you. Maybe, Polly, I can send you maybe later. So I choose not to go through my notes. I choose to have a conversation. Is that okay? Tunaweza kaongea. And please, I'm a bit different. Mimi, I'm a bit blunt, I'm a bit casual. Mimi sio ule wa kawaida. And I know SDA people are very organized and structured. So Mimi, I'm this guy who is everywhere. Tuko sawa? Umeniruhusu nikuwe myself ama nikuwe disciplined? Okay. Aya. So, number one, geukia mwenzako. Muulize, what's your name? Kama mjui. Muulize, what makes you stand out? Okay, it was not a rhetorical question. Answer them. Ask them, why? Who are you? What do you do? All right, let's do this way. Poliko, sorry, you have to move with me. Please stand. And please stand. Nyinyi ni watu wawili mmepatana. Right? All right? Let's have a conversation. Mmepatana tu kwa njia. Na mnatafuta biashara.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Ivy. And you?
I'm Molin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hivyo tu?
So mmepatana street.
Ni biashara tunatafuta.
Okay, Ivy, what do you do for a life?
I'm a business manager.
Okay, that's why I'm a business person too.
Imeishia hapo. Okay, I'm a business person. That's it. Fantastic. Have your seats. Wapigeni makofi. Well done. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to talk to you about branding. Branding is very important. Now, let me give you my story. I finished Form 4, and when I was still in Form 4, I used to organize events, and the UN, the United Nations, UNFPA to be specific, saw me during my stay in high school. Wakaniambia the moment to finish high school, find us. I finished high school, and I finished, I think, my last paper was on Thursday, and on Monday, I was already out. Yes, I was already working. I remember me and my mom, we used to be carried by a UN red number plate car from my place to where I used to work, drop my mom to town, and then proceed on. Now, during that time, my manager told me one thing. Don't tell anyone in the office ulimaliza Form 4. Juzi. Yes. So I remember I sat down and I had to tell them what they have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say is you don't need to have what it takes. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone. You don't need to have what it takes. Tuko sawa? Turn to your neighbor, repeat that. You no longer need. We live in a world. Mesikia kuna chat GPT. You don't need to know about if right now I told you to give me an AC of 830 words about global warming, what will you do? ChatGPT. So you don't need anything. All you need to do is a resolute. You need to decide from yourself, from within, I want to do this. Tuko pamoja. And no one knows. Let me ask you, ukipanda gari kutoka hapa mpaka Tao, unaendaga unauliza driver, excuse, naweza una driving license? Do you do that? Have I shown you my papers? So it's my skill that is selling me. Get that right. So you don't need to have what it takes. Today, you need to make a decision to do what you have always wanted to do. Tuko pamoja? But they say you cannot say something if you have nothing to say. And having something to say does not mean you know how to say it. And knowing how to say it, it does not mean you have the right people to say it to. Tuko pamoja? Are we together? Fantastic. Up to that, let me tell you one thing. I'll give you notes later on if you're not taking, so you are safe. I'm trying to say that we need to grow ourselves mentally, and you need to discover yourself. Tuko pamoja? So, you as Mary, you as Martin, what are your strengths? Ask your neighbor what their strengths are. Wacha kujibu. So, add to the question, what are your marketable strengths? What is that skill that you have that you can sell out there? Pamoja. So what is that skill that you can sell out there? Because I was this young man who was a stammerer, and I could not talk. I used to go to an event like this. I sit down. Let me ask the lady in with nice hair, the blonde hair. Naomba tafadhali kuja kidogo. Yes, mpigeni makofi tafadhali. Sorry, you guys don't clap. So as I told you, today you clap, Nimejipata nikipiga hapo makofi peke yangu, so please come. Yes. Unasikiaje ukiwa hapa mbele? Kuna lights, So what's your name?
Rael.
Rael.
Rael ama Rael?
Kwanza.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. You're standing here right now. Are you employed?
Yes, I am.
Where are you employed?
In Summersource.
Summersource?
Yeah.
All right, so what do they do?
Data analysis and data entry.
Data entry and data analysis. Yeah. So you are a data, you do data entry, or you go to the field to get the data?
No, it's sort of in the field of the AI.
Yes?
Yeah, artificial intelligence.
Oh, so you're in that. Yeah. So let me ask you, when you're standing here right now, what opportunities do you see that you can get from here, just within this space?
Opportunities. Maybe from my baking business, I can market my baking products.
Not the skills you have. The skill that you can acquire here and have money here.
The social capital.
What is the social capital here?
The people.
What would you do with them?
Market my product to them.
Okay.
Use them to market my product to other people.
You use them to market your products to other people. How many people have you interacted with here today?
About 3.
How many numbers have you taken?
I have 1.
1.
But I've had it previously, not.
So you have not taken any number today?
No.
Fantastic. Haya, number tusikize. Listen. Can I tell you something? When you're seated right here, do you know how to tengeneza mitambo?
No, I do not.
All right. Do you know how to take photos?
Not.
Do you know how to shoot videos?
No.
Do you know how to decorate?
Hapana, no.
Do you know how to build?
No.
All those are opportunities. Now, guys, uko pale unasema I don't have a skill, na sina pesa ya kole. Unajua mimi sina pesa ya kole, unajua madhangu hajabarikiwa kama watu wengine. Ni sawa. It's okay. Okay, thank you so much. That was a good session. Pigeni makofi tafadhali. There are some form 4. There are form 4s in the house. Let me tell you, anytime you come to church, make sure you do something. Tuko pamoja? Make sure you do what? Something. Come and talk to Polyco Photography. Learn how to fix this, and it can earn you money. Work in church, that's what I'm telling you. Work in church. Come and work in church. Number 1. Come and mitambo. Come and gain a skill. Come and decoration. Come and gain a skill. That's how you gain a skill and you get money. Tuko pamoja? So, let me start. Definition. What is entrepreneurship? I was just jogging your mind now. I'm sure now we are together. What is entrepreneurship? We said you're having a conversation. Someone with a microphone there? All right. Huyo mwenye ako na microphone. Si utueleze what is we start with you. Ama wewe ni wa mitambo. Unajua tuliambiwa hata watu wa mitambo na wa kamera waangukangi kwa kanisa wakiombewa. He's a pianist. Pianoist. Ni pianoist ama pianist? Pianist. All right. Hand him the microphone. Okay, just from where you're standing, tell us, what is entrepreneurship? Ati? GPT wachana nayo for now. What is entrepreneurship? In your own words. In a battery. Me atangu nimeka kando. What is entrepreneurship? All right. Yes, kuja. It feels good to be here.
I stand to be corrected.
Yes.
Entrepreneurship, I think, is looking for opportunities to make money. Yes.
Opportunities to make money through employment?
No. I think it is to look for opportunities to make money that do not involve employment.
Stealing is entrepreneurship?
Kinda. Yes, you've become a creative thief is kind of like an entrepreneur.
So you can be a creative thief.
There are very many creative thieves walking around.
Yes.
Like politicians, many of them are
Stealing creatively.
Yeah.
All right. So in one word is anything that will earn you money and you're not employed.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Give him a round of applause, tafadhali. All right. We don't have any wrong answers or right answers, but remember we are in church, so we are going to theme our discussion based on the Bible. Tuko pamoja. So if you steal, the Bible says don't steal. Tuko pamoja. But that is true. Anything that does not involve employment, you can have self-employment. That is still entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is that the transition from employment to self-employment, or using your skills to generate income, or using the resources that you have. So what are these things that can make you being an entrepreneur? That's a good question. I don't want to go on to all that because I have another meeting at 5. I have 30 minutes and have so much to cover. Let me say this. We need to move from the conventional way of doing things, the traditional way. Guys, embrace technology. Tuko pamoja? Technology has given us so many opportunities. Wakili and Fanuel here, what they will tell you is this. Go network, go find a bank that can give you money, and then you develop something, and then you will get a job. Because that's how we were raised up, Wakili. Sindio? Go to school, get the skill. But now, there's something called disruption. Sema disruption. Internet has brought disruption. And now you don't need to have what it takes. All you need to do is to go for it. Ambia besti yako, go for it. I wish someone was writing that down. Go for it. I think that should be my theme for today. Go for it. You don't need to have anything it requires. Number one, all you need to have is to be authentic. Say authentic. This is a modern entrepreneur. This modern entrepreneur is dealing with trends. And remember, trends comes and go. Tuko pamoja? When something is still hot, go for it. Young people are buying right now. Kuna nguo zenye umeona internet? Yes? Have you seen some clothes on internet? Have you gone to buy? Yeah. Sisi tumenunua nguo, si ndio? Did you get to know where for how long that person has been selling things? That is the new age. People are no longer interested to know if you've been there or not. They're looking at what you're offering at the moment. Tuko sawa? Strategy is not a way of life. Tuko pamoja? Strategy is not a way of life. And being authentic, you don't need to have a strategy. Be authentic as you are. Tuko pamoja? Yani, you have to be authentic. Just go out there and tell people, I want to do this. Let me tell you something. Today, we have decided to be entrepreneurs. You know what will happen? The first people you'll have to talk to are the people around you. Do you know that? And the people who will know that you're doing something to get money within your field, it's not even the people who are out there, it's the people who are here first. Number one. Number two, your competition. Those are the people who will give you content to go and post on social media and now start getting clients. Tuko pamoja? So, do your friends know you as authentic? You know your friends know you. And they know if they can buy from you. And that's why Poliko gave me the opportunity to come and said, but the head boy can do this. Because he has seen me, he has heard me, and he knows I am capable of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wakili came to know me today. Fanuel has known me today. But from today, I've known them through who? Polycarp. First thing that you should do, impress your friends. Are we together? That's why in the morning you're asked to say, what do you do? Be authentic. And people know that authentic is also passionate. Poliko, right now, Poliko, I don't know, but has the church paid you to put up all this? You have not been paid. That is passion. So next time, the church has an event that a convention, and they want to do live streaming. Who will they give? Exactly. So you start from the home ground. Here in church, where you live, your family, interest them. And those are the right people who you can mess with. I tell my dancers, I have 3 dance crews, 3 or 4 dance crews. I keep telling them, guys, you cannot mess in some places. Kama jana nimeshinda nikiwapigia makelele Poliko. We have 2 CSs in one meeting. Huyu Kuria and CS Treasury. I kept on telling my dancers, concentrate. Because here is not where you mess. Ati una dance vile unajisikia But tukikuja kwa harusi ya Otieno or Nyakundi, we can mess. Kwa sababu ni mabeshte wetu. Tuko pamoja. So this is the training ground for your career or for your entrepreneurship. Hapa ndio unaweza enda Kamukunji ununue vitu na ukuje kujua hazikuwa origi. Na mabeshte wako wanakuambia it's okay, we understand. Watu wengine watakwambia urudishe pesa ama nikuanike. True or false? So number 1, you have to be authentic. Number 3 is that when you're authentic, people can relate. Tuko pamoja? When you're authentic, people can relate. You're relatable. People will say, say by the way, huwa force, hivi ndio huwa anafanya vitu. Hivi ndio huwa anauza. So the next thing is passion. I talked about it slightly, but now let me just say, passion is very important. Let me remind you when you're in primary or high school. You remember? You remember the kind of passion the teachers used to have? Ule mwenye alikuwa na passion, did you know that that is the best subject you had? True or false? The one who did not have passion alikuwa anakuja anasema, and now let's have the definition. Let's look at the board. Can someone write for us? And also Fanuel. So I'll not go back to them. But you need to create, to find an opportunity that is there. There is a problem. And the solution that you're going to bring on the table is what is called, is what will make you an entrepreneur. Tuko pamoja? Now, let's say I've come to this place na nimerealize hakuna rangi. I look at this place na nione nazaenda Laiti. You guys know Laiti. I go to Laiti niwaulize how much is paint? Waniambie paint, the good quality would go for, let's say 5 liters would go for 2,000. Lakini pasi amepatiwa quotation ya 6,000. I just come, mwambie pastor, praise the Lord. Amen. Before we start, I want us to pray. I just want us to just be in the presence of God. Unamaliza unamwambia ata, na by the way, church is painted. I have a very nice person who gives paints outside there. Akwambia, no, but we have quotations. Wamequote pesa ngapi? 6,000. I have someone who can give 3,000 per 5 liters. And I think their paint is better than whoever is giving you. Pasi, we believe you because you work here. Na kitu ikienda, you come to fellowship here. True? If anything goes wrong, Pasi will be the first person to come to you. So number one, guys, what I'm saying is find a solution for every problem. And then that solution is what will give you money. Nairobi, I was telling Wakili, sorry, Elder, you have so many titles, eh? So I was telling him, we realized that people go to events and they walk out without being happy. You go for, I was doing an NCBA workshop and our work was just to, tunangojea watu wasinzie tu hivi tu kidogo. Tunaingia na muziki. Hata tuambie mwenye ana facilitate. Tunaingia tuna muziki, tuambie watu someni. Haya 1 2 3 4 asanteni kaeni chini na tunatoka. Na pesa inaingia. We saw an opportunity. We realized, Poliko is my witness. We realized mtu anaitwa kukuja kupeana speech, ametense baka. We bring you from there, we dance you from there to here. You see, that's what we do every day. And people were so excited. Hey, everyone was like, I want to do this in my next meeting. I want to do this. Like yesterday, I made 2 CSs dance, governors, CEO Safaricom, CEO Kenya Pipeline Company, yani, everyone. And they were all excited. They were like, hey, kijana, come, give me your number. I think that was I've never been introduced that way. We saw an opportunity and we ran for it. But remember, you need to empathize. You need to say what people want to hear. You need to be, you need to have empathy. Passion, chase your passion. Guys, I'll tell you what I tell my dancers and everyone else I mentor. You need to get to a state of obsession. Ambia bishte yako, obsession. Obsession is what will cut you aside. It's what will put you, it's what will make you stand out. If you're not obsessed, kama haujafiki level ya obsession, walai, utakuwa tu unasema, by the way mimi ndakuwa mtu mkubwa one day. Utashinda ukisema hivyo. But whatever you want to do, you have to have obsession. Tuko pamoja? And the level of obsession, hata wenye wako chuo, watu wenye wanafanyanga maths, unaonanga vile wanakanga class, wanajikuna mpaka anapata solution. You must get to a state of obsession, guys. Obsession. If there are people who are lucky, it's them. Even not them, even their parents. Not even their parents, their grandparents. Unakumbuka, I'm sure you guys can relate. Mtu akimaliza form 4, class 8, zamani, walikuwa wanapata kazi kwa government office. Ukimaliza form 4, unapata kazi hata kwa embassy. And then it went to university. Ukiwa na diploma, unapatiwa high table, unaekewa soda za kila aina. Ikaenda degree. ikatoka degree, iko masters. I was watching another video on TikTok. I saw someone who has masters here in Isli, analala nje. And nowadays, it's not about your papers. So guys, you're disadvantaged in a big way. Afadhali sisi tulimaliza for college and university and we got jobs because of our qualification. Nowadays, people are looking at your skills. Tuko pamoja? So what skills do you possess that are favorable and are commercial? Tuko pamoja? You must commercialize what you're doing. Unaona hawa watu wenye kwa mitambo? Let me tell you, I was mentoring actually ushers from kanisa ya Kadhikiuna, Jubilee Christian Church. I was mentoring them and I told them, like 2 years ago, and I told them, you guys dress very well. You have all kinds of suits. Why don't you go to weddings and you start doing ushering? Guess what? Right now, the pastor is struggling to get them back to church. Kwa sababu wako huko nje wanatengeneza pesa. Wanatengeneza pesa ile serious. One is being paid 5,000 per event. Na wako mpaka na corporates wako na nini, mpaka some of them are thinking of quitting their jobs. They start protocol companies. They started in church. Here, these gentlemen who are seated here wanna fix mitambo. You go to an event, you quote for a PA. Do I need to have money to start a PA business? No. There are PA companies that are out there that you can hire mitambo. Wewe uchukue na gari yako, uende ufix na warudishie jioni, you charge 30,000 na ukuje upatie mtu wa mitambo 10,000. You have 20,000 shillings without or don't know you have. Why do I have the camera? That thing, can I do live transmission? Can you teach me? Imagine Poliko is saved, right? He loves the Lord, amen? Anapenda Bwana. Ukimwambia akufundishe ndani ya Bwana atakataa kweli? Atakataa kweli? Atakataa, si ndio? How much is getting that skill out there, Poliko? 60,000 the lowest. And you're offering it for free here. Yes. Tukua tunafikiri ni kitu interesting. Kumbe hizo kamera hata mtu ashike in 6 months. Wametoka. I know youths because I work with them. You know, the problem with the youths is that we want to use an elevator. We don't want to use the stairs. That is our main problem, nothing else. So come to Poliko. Tell Poliko, I want to learn photography. I want to learn videography. It's free. You don't need to go to college. Oh, mimi unajua madhangu hauko privileged. Kuja hapa, fundishwa. Get that skill. Once you have that skill, start taking photos and videos. Kuna marusi ngapi zenye zinafanyika huku Mtata kwa hii church? Kuna harusi zenye Poliko wachukui, si ndio? Wako na budget ndogo. Si ndio? Hawezi chukua juu unajua ni standards na any brand. Wewe kuja sasa, chukua your job. And guess what? Poliko, there's a guy called Faris. Tell us what Faris does.
So Faris is just a guy. Alikuwa passionate kuhusu hizi stories za cameras, but hakuwa na ile capability ya kufanya physically. So what Faris did, aliamua kuinvest into buying the cameras, because these gears are very expensive. They're extremely expensive. The cheapest camera in the market and good quality can cost about, let's say roughly 120,000, 150. So what Faris did, alisaidia the content creators and everyone. He bought so many gears. So what you do, you go hire. Like this gear, you can hire about 6,000. But in the market, it is being sold at maybe 300 and something thousand. So that is what Faris anafanya sahi.
Pole kwa kupeana company secrets. But the thing is, you can become a photographer without having photography. Na uende na makamera kali zile kubwa zinatisha clients, baka client anasema, "We?" Yes, and you quote. And I'm telling you, quoting, you quote well. Photography, you can quote up to 100,000. Videography is even worse. You quote even 150,000 just for a function like this. 250,000. Na umesikia kamera ni how much kuhaya? 6,000. Am I making sense? Ama niko hapa tu niko na stories za jaba? I'm making sense. That is passion. And I'm trying to talk to you about passion. Find something, be passionate about it. You don't need to have talent. Talent is long gone. Nowadays, it's never about talent, it's consistency. Do something for consistently, you become a pro in it. You don't need to be talented. I was not a public speaker. I was not an orator. I was a stammerer. Niliongea, kwanza nilikuwa naishi kwa nyumba ya mabati. You know, there are people up to now, they think I'm a mad person. John Kwana nasikia nikijiongelesha, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, my name is I'm going to talk to you about, wanasema guy, mtu anajiongelesha. Right now mimi najiongeleshanga na napata pesa. Hawa wako bado kwa hizo nyumba bado. But I was passionate about what I do. Tuko pamoja? You must be passionate and get to a state of obsession. If you don't get to a state of obsession, let me tell you what will happen. You will have something called mediocrity. Or just being average. Tuko pamoja? And being average, no one nowadays want to have an average person for their services. If I'm going to hire you for you to do for me videography and photography, you have to be good. I saw Poliko yesterday. Let me just ask you, Poliko, because you know unaweza kuwa napiga pastoral nafikiri. Nilikuwa jana at Thika Greens. What did I tell you when I see you? When I saw you there nikasema, when I see you at Thika Greens, I know you have been
Paid well.
Thank you. He was paid well because of his service. Kwa hivyo, watu wa 2K emergency, he is loaded. So, what am I trying to say? Passion. He's so passionate about his job that he can choose how much to charge you. Tuko pamoja? Me nowadays, I thank God he has given me the grace that I can also do the same. I choose, me at Thika Greens, they called me. I was like, no. This thing is recording. What I choose to. What am I trying to say is, guys, be passionate. Tuko pamoja? I can even choose not to go on what I have and just tell you, be passionate on what you have. And if you don't have any skill that you're seated down there, look up to the church. There's something that is called kingdom gifts and talents. In this place, it's a wealth of talents. Know how to network. I was shocked the way the two ladies were like, hi, what's your name? Mary. It's good to see you. What do you do? I'm a manager. Yeah. There's something called an elevator speech, guys. You meet with someone here, mmekaa chini na yeye, muna praise and worship wakati wa sadaka kabla watu wamalize, praise God. What's your name? Yes, so what do you do? You sell vegetables. That's wonderful. So, where do you sell? Okay, very good. Next time you meet with someone who has a hotel, unamuongelesha. You connect these two people. Unamuuliza, where do you buy your vegetables? How much is this sour? Ulisema unauzanga how much vegetables? You connect them. Pesa ya bure. Wewe tu unajua, for the longest people have been saying, huyu mtu ni Mkikuyu. Then be the Kikuyu. Tuko pamoja? Eka Ukikuyu into your. Another thing is data mastery. For you to be a modern entrepreneur, you need to do data mastery. And our lady there does data entry. I think we started from kitambo sana. Let us all stand. If you're not an entrepreneur, sit down. If you're not an entrepreneur, sit down. If you are an entrepreneur and you have registered your business, sit down. If you are an entrepreneur and you have registered that entrepreneurship, sit down. Now, if you're still standing, that shows you have not given your entrepreneurship venture a serious thought. First thing before you do anything, compliance. Tuko pamoja? Register your business. Saizi unajiita mamushki
Do you know that name is registered by another person? Oh, please have your seats. It shows that we have a lot of work here to do. That means you have not registered your business. Number one, you're not serious about what you're doing. Hata kama unamaliza form 4, as long as you have an ID, ingia kwa internet, e-citizen, create an account, register your company. That is number one. So that once you meet with a person and they ask you, hey, how can I trust you? And there's no fallback plan. If I'm asked by the government, mulifanya biashara, is he registered? Right now, the government tells you, sawa, you do bananas. Very good. That's good. Haya, send us a quotation. Sawa, give us your name. We are sending you a check. Utapeana jina gani? Utapeana jina nani? Naitwa Miriam Mokami. We don't give checks to individuals. True or false? So number one, we have failed. Hata kama ni side hustle, register. So that once you get a serious client, they also see the seriousness. And let me tell you, my boss was Caroline Mutuko. You know Caroline Mutuko, eh? She used to tell us, if you're not serious, no client will take you serious. Poliko, how many times do you meet with a client and wanakuambia wanakulipa na check? Wengi. Yes. That is when you become serious. And when you become serious, everything works. So I was at that point of telling you, this is a church network. Get to know who is doing what. SDA is very structured, and that's why I love SDA and Catholic Church. And most of the SDAs are into mainstream jobs. They're into architecture, they're into law, they're into teaching, they're into banking, mainstream jobs. Unaona zile jobs. Catholics are into now mainstream jobs za gava. Yes, just in case you didn't know. And I'm sure at the back of your mind you're like, yeah, by the way, that's true. Yes. The other churches, Church of Restoration of Jesus Christ coming tomorrow, pale. Kila mtu ni mwanabiashara. Kila mtu ni mwanabiashara. Unasikia, mimi, koja pastor, dakika moja. Roho imefika wapi? You know? But here people are structured. You guys are lucky. You have people who can mentor you. People who can mentor you in English. So na Kikuyu. So, are you taking the opportunity? Ama tu unakujanga tu church kuona Mose akiplay a piano? Guys, you must be structured, number one. And you have people here who can help you structure. People who can tell you, this is how you do a business proposal. This is how you do concept papers. This is where you register. I can connect you. Kwanza hapa hivi, ukiongea na mzee anakuambia, very good. Negotiation next week. Talk to me next week. I'll connect you to my friend at Sharia House. Because they're connected. These are people who are respected. Tuko pamoja? Okay. Yes. Yes.
Actually, I want to say something on hiyo kitu umesema kuhusu business registration. I lost a gig that would have served me good for almost 3 years. I was to partner with Muthaiga Golf Club. As we know, Muthaiga is one of the biggest golf club.
Oh, yes.
But you know what they asked me? Is your business registered? Then I said no. And they told me, actually, you were proposed, but we'll give it to the next person. So wait until 3 years, then you'll come back. So I feel for those people who have businesses, kindly let us try to register. So easy, I'm looking forward into registering mine because it made me lose, I don't know, a lot of money.
Okay, you can just hold on that microphone. And also not just registering, but also registering with ETINs. VAT is important. Start registering right now. And so that when you're asked for, you see, okay, let me tell you something. Nimebakisha how many minutes? 10 minutes. Panel discussion. So, I want to say something. I was at a point of saying what? VAT. Let me tell you something. Right now you're young. But have you ever gone to tender or to go and register or to put your company across and you asked, how old is your company? Yes? So, by the way, guys, one thing I forgot to mention is that you need to move by faith. Register today. Eka na jina yako. Eka hata jina yako. Jite, if you're called Nancy Wairimo Karaoke, call yourself NWK company or logistics. Call yourself that name. I know you have an idea of what you want to do. Register that one right now. Do a name search. It's 200 shillings. Registering a company is 800 shillings, guys. 800. Eh? Unapianga tu usema, okay, hello, aki imagine pesa zangu za salon ni 2000 na usikose. Mpigie mwambie, niaje nataka kufungua kampuni. Huyo chali atakupenda times 2. Tuko pamoja madem? Yes? Okay. For those who are in courtship. I'm not giving you ideas, guys. So, what I'm trying to say, register it right now so that in the next 3 years, someone asks you for your business registration certificate. Hawaoni ulianza last week kwa sababu uliona hiyo biashara. They trust companies that have been there for long. So register now so that time it's easy. I don't know if I'm making sense. Yes. Next thing is, I was at data mastery. Now I'll just go through the notes quickly because I can talk. Data mastery, you need to, as you go into what you want to do as an entrepreneur, you have to go and do research. If you want to do photography, yes, when mtu wa sound, umesema, headboy amenipatia idea. Now, let me go and find out about sound systems. Please, call 30 companies that produce sound. List them and how much they offer their services. Look at how much they are offering. Get the market rate and then now position yourself. That's how you do data. Tuko pamoja? If you, kama ni dem, na unataka kufanya salon, enda toa nywele. Enda kwa masalon zote ukiuliza kutengeneza nywele ni pesa ngapi, kutengeneza ni pesa ngapi. You get the market rate. And then from there, you can now position yourself maybe just a little bit lower so that you can get clients. Tuko pamoja? So first of all, you must know data. You need to go and find out, is it making money? Go sit down. Mtu mwenye anauza kitu, kaa na yeye na mwambie, na by the way, kuulize juu nataka kufanya biashara, unapatanga pesa ngapi kwa hii kazi? Be honest, and that is networking. By the way, networking sio ya cocktail, ati mnaenda cocktail mnakunywa mna network. Networking starts here hata kwa mama wa soko. Unamuuliza, na hapa unatengenezanga pesa ngapi? Atakuwa, acha nikwambie, unajua tunaonaga wakikata sukuma wanaona hauna pesa. Mimi hapa natengenezaga 3000. Ukifikiria juu 3000 per day, na wewe umeenda tao the whole week, the whole month, na umelipo 10,000, na huyo mama amelipo 3,000 amekuwa akienda hapa Githurai. That can make you think. So that's how you network. Be good at number. And numbers are collected, numbers are analyzed, and numbers are interpreted. Tuko pamoja? You need to know how to interpret that to suit your new business or the business you're already doing. Another one is personal branding. I asked you a question. Are you a brand? For you to be a competitive modern entrepreneur, you have to have a brand. A brand, please, don't think so far. A brand is what people know you for. That's it. What people can trust you with. Mimi saizi ukinitrust na kutengenezea gari, labda ndiye nipatana na Karaoke huko hivyo Dragon akutengenezee. But people will know huyo hata hajui maneno ya gari. So number 1, branding. Brand yourself. Brand yourself from today. I'm sure by the moment I walked inside here, what was the name of that lady, the one you sent me? Lavender. It's Lavender. And Maria maybe, the ones who came to Nini. I was seated there. She came directly. Hata labda hajaona picha yangu, hata hajainisikia. Lakini vile the way I was dressed, alisema, huyu anakaa speaker. Huyu anakaa speaker. Nikienda hivi nikiingia ghetto hivi na kamtiaji. Wanajua huyu ni wa kumsanya huyu tunampigisha masomo hapa hivi. Because of the way I've branded myself. Brand yourself according to what you want to do. Tuko pamoja? Yes, let people know you for something. And as I've told you, the right people who are the right matured market are your friends. They're the people who will buy into you. Hata kama services zako ni poor ama nzuri, watakubaia kwa sababu ni best wako na guy wanshe, wewe ni best yetu. Watanunua. Use them. That is a period that you have been given. And if you don't impress them, then your product is not impressive. Guys, brand yourself. And branding nowadays is so easy, but at the same time very hard. There's something called branding aesthetics. Aesthetics. How is your Facebook page? Facebook page yako ni yenye umewacha kila mtu anakutag. Mpaka kuna zile zenye zinakuanga, I don't want to speak about them. So, I couldn't imagine this 16-year-old could do this. How have you branded yourself? If you have bundles, please Google, go to Facebook or Instagram. See what I did yesterday night. I have updated when we were still here. MC Headboy. Just search MC Headboy. Tebu, enda uangalie kama utaona anything negative. Ama pale nimeka familia yangu tukikunywa soda. Ama niko na toothpick nimekelea mguu nasema, oh my God, just having my alone time. I have branded myself in a way that it's just business. I sacrificed my personal life for money. I'm a Kikuyu, by the way. Yeah. So, you need to sacrifice your social media for business. Or you need to create a social media business page for yourself and let it be separate from your personal life. If today I'm going to give you a job right now, the first thing I'll ask you, so what's your name? Okay, sawa, just tell me about yourself. Nachukua simu naanza Google. Ametajwa, guy, ameanikwa. Guys, you need to have a social media that speaks for yourself, for itself. Me right now, there's a gentleman, I was called for a committee, a wedding, to go and talk about what I do. And you know me, I'm a very soft-spoken person. Me hata ukiniona hapa hivi, I'll just be humble, I just play cool throughout. That gentleman, committee anasema, "Haukai kuchekesha, haukai kuongelesha watu." Imagine. So I honorably told him thank you and I walked out. Guess what? He went himself to look me up. He called me after 2 days. Head boy, habari? Ile siku ilienda. And I'm like, yeah. Haki woi. We are so sorry. I've gone through your page. Oh my God. We have missed you. Guys. Poliko, I realized he was not taking photos. When I started speaking, I told you to take me what? Photos. Because from here, I'm going to tell people, it's something that we are starting on coaching. So now I have content to show people I do coaching. Wewe kazi umeenda kwa event. Oh my God, umepigwa picha. Kuja. Umepigwa na mumetoka. Now hapo hivyo mlikuwa wapi? Radisson Blue. Wewe umeangalia pali kuna machali wazuri na kuna buildings na kuna maua, mumepigwa picha. You've left that place. Guys, when you go to a place even like here, take a picture. Onyesha watu you are learning. Yani, let people follow you because people trust you. Nowadays, people are following social media than they are following the Bible. True or false? Am I lying? When you wake up in the morning, kwa pillow, kuna Bible hapa na kuna simu. Unaangalianga gani? Kai, unaangalia hivi. Unahakisha bundles. Kai, afu unaambia, unaona, kuna ma-updates. Okay, God, imagine I love you, God. Ndio unaenda hiyo side ingine. So if people are on social media, keep up with them. And show them what you do. That is being techie. I think I'm done with that. Now, as I'd mentioned earlier, you are the most disadvantaged people more than us. Akina Poliko and the ones who are wazee kama mimi. You are most disadvantaged because of what? Wewe ni mzee bro. Usiargue, mimi ndo speaker. Wewe ni mzee sana. So, nowadays more than ever, there's intense competition. Tuko pamoja? Intense competition. Next thing is, there is a lot of copying. So today I see you have done something, you have put content, I go, I marinate it, I customize it, and I come out better than you. You look like the one who is copying me. True or false? So, be authentic. When you're authentic, people can know. The next thing is the rapid technology advancements. One thing that made me succeed as an MC is that whatever I'm telling you, I started practicing at a very early stage. Before even people noticed, I was already out there, I was making noise, I was telling people I'm an MC, and this is what I do. So every time I could go to an event, I could document, because I had come out from a background of community work and social work. That's a diploma I did when I was starting off. So I was coming out from that background to get into this space. So I used to document, and MCs used to not document. So anyone who went online, who came up? Head boy. And that's how I became. Now, nowadays, you guys, you're disadvantaged because everyone is on technology. And then, that was Facebook. Instagram came. I have never been able to keep up with Instagram. And people are getting business on Instagram. Now, Instagram has now gone down. There's something called what? Hello? TikTok. TikTok is taking over. So what I did, because I could not keep up, I had to hire a person. If you go to my TikTok account, you'll see it's been updated. I've never done any of that. Poliko, I'm sure you have seen my TikTok. I don't do any of that. So I have someone who updates this for me because I can't keep up. Because TikTok wants videos, and me, for the longest, I'd not done videos. So there's this person who works with me doing videos throughout. Poliko is a good friend of him. So he takes all my videos where I go. And photos. Ni vile leo nijua kuna Poliko, I didn't come. If I was coming alone, there would be a photographer, there would be a videographer. So you have to keep up with the technology. And so your disadvantage is, if you succeed on TikTok, there's another one that will come again. So make sure you update yourself on every application. Like if I ask you, there is the Instagram threads. Ni Instagram or Facebook threads? Is Instagram stories, Instagram threads, all of them. You must, nasa kuna WhatsApp channel. Guys, you have to be updated in all this and involve your entrepreneurship venture into that technology. Next thing is changing of consumer behavior. Consumer behavior has changed over time. The consumer of kitambo is not the consumer of today. Tuko pamoja? That's why nakwambia kitambo, they were very apprehensive. So what is your level of education? What do you do? Nowadays, they look at, okay, your social media is good. Yeah, unachekeshanga. Yeah. We're going to give you this corporate job. So guys, people are no longer looking at papers. They're looking at skills. So if you have a skill, commercialize it. If you have papers or not, commercialize it. Utashinda hata wenye wako na makaratasi. Tuko pamoja watu wa sound? So lazima ukuwe umestudy kwa credible sound ndio upate kazi. Na kuna mtu mwenye atajua wewe ndio unafanyanga kazi kwa SDA Church hapa hivi. Watajua wewe mtu wa sound as long as umepost on social media. That is enough for them. Market saturation cannot be emphasized. The market has been overly saturated. Nowadays, mtu akipiga picha, ambiwe ni mkali, anakuwa photographer. Anaambiwa, mimi ni mkali, analala usiku, anaona kai mimi ni mkali. Anaamka asubuhi anajiita head boy photography. The market is saturated with all kinds of people. So what will segment you or segregate you is the kind of service you offer. There's a balancing of growth and sustainability. Young people, we don't know about growth. You don't know how to balance growth and sustainability. You must have growth. Tuko pamoja? Na lazima ujigrow. My youths, tafadhali nawaongelesha. Hata wenye wananiona, you can leave a comment if you're watching. Growth is very important. And growth is not an easy. Nowadays, if you go to my social media platform, my pictures, are so nice. People keep on telling me, Kai, head boy, umekuwa na NCBA, juzi umekuwa na Nescafe, sasa uko na nini? Kai, mimi nataka kuwa natembea na wewe. Imagine that's what I want to do in life. Those are the photos you are seeing. You don't know the price I paid. I paid the price. Hey, youths, you must pay the price. You must go there. You must develop yourself. You must do research. Hata ukisikia hapa nikiwaambia nini? Hata kama ni mtu wa sound. Ulijua tu sound? You have to go through nini? Mpaka ukiambia, you beba vizuri, basi hata kuona hivyo. True or false? Ukaambia enda tu nyumbani, just go home. Enda tu home. Usikuwa unafanya kazi hivyo. Mpaka ukalan. Si ndio? So mtu akikuona hapo hivi, ukifanya tu hivi tu, umekaa chini, mtu anaongea unafanya hivi. Mtu anasema, mimi nataka mtu wa sound. You don't know the process. So there's the growth that you have to go through. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Na lazima msome, lazima ufanye research, lazima ukule mbuku. I was talking to another MC who just lives around here. Akaniambia, head boy, maybe today I get called for, like right now I'm meeting some Somali investors. They are opening a 20-story building, and I'm the one who's supposed to do the launch. Wakinipatia microphone hata saizi, ni tunachukua microphone na ninaongea. So that MC akaniambia, hey, you are so casual, hata ujipreparing, because I've sat down with you, unachukua microphone unaanza tu kuongea. Yani hata huja research about the speakers, huja research about the event, and you just go. The funny thing is, unapatanga ma jobs kutoka huko. How do you get them? I just look at him and I'm like, I paid the price. There is a day I learned how to go through LinkedIn, get the bios of people, get to know, read about people. Even if I don't read about you, I know what to say. Have you realized, did you realize all that I've said is in 2 pages? Walai, check. Walai, 2 pages. I have notes. All the notes are here, but I choose not to go through them. So it means there's a time I read. Tuko pamoja. My life experiences and journey and reading and researching is what is making me talk comfortably right now and make you so attentive. Tuko pamoja. So nowadays, there's something called information. Tap your neighbor, tell them information is gold. Information is the new currency. You see what I'm talking to you about? If I'm to go to a corporate world, I'll charge them 100,000 for this small talk. 100. Imagine. But you know why I would charge them 100 and they would give? Because I'm the one who has the information. So ask yourself, do you have the information? Are you informed in your space? So because an entrepreneur, people, I keep on telling my dancers and everyone else who works for me, people who have money have options. Tuko pamoja? Mtu wako na madoa kuna options. If I gave you 20,000 nikwambia ndo kule lunch, na nikwambia ini ya lunch, utapata hoteli ya 20,000 hapa hivi karibu. Tunakonga mahesabu za West za Upper Hill za Tao, huko unadunda, yani huko ndo kuna maform. Lakini if I gave you 100 bob, I told you endo kule lunch, utaanza kufikiria mama Njairi, mama akwangi na chakula nzuri, mama Wairimo, unaenda kwa mama Pima, si ndio? That is if you're on a budget. If you're on a budget, I'll tell you, if this church had a lot of money, I would not be standing here. True or false? Let's just be honest. True? Mungekuwa na Robert Burale, si ndio? Because you have money. The same goes with people out there. When they have money, you can't sell them some that is substandard. And they will choose not to work with you because you can't give them value for money. So you have to, I'm sure I'll be told now time. Yes, so you have to have value for what you're giving. Tuko pamoja? So anyone who has money, they will pay whatever you ask for, they will pay. Another challenge in the modern market is the talent acquisition and retention. Talent acquisition is very important. People don't know where to get talent acquisition. And as you have seen and heard, acquisition is not God-bestowed talent. Even when God has given you a talent, you have to go and mold it and improve it. Tuko pamoja? So can your talent be your entrepreneurship skill? To me it is, and it's possible. Poliko here, it's not a talent, it's a skill that he has learned. Awezisema, alizaliwa kutoka kwa the mother's womb akiwa na mimi ndakuwa photographer. Photography came as a skill, as a something that he picked interest along the way. So talent acquisition, you have to acquire talent. Go through YouTube. You guys are so lucky. You have everything at your own disposal. If you want to become anything, just go and find that person who you have always wanted to be. Study them 6 times. All their social media platforms, you become better than them. Tuko pamoja? Next thing is, and then retention. You can have a talent, but you don't know how to retain it. You have to improve it day by day. That is on talent development. Regulatory complexities. Regulations nowadays have become too much. Unaambiwa kanjo, before you start this business, you need to have 1, 2, 3. You need to have to, you get nini. But lakini, we have, we are lucky, at least we have people who can help us. Economy, of course, our economy is bad. So right now, you might have a challenge. Work-life balance, managing uncertainty, and cyber threats. Unaweza pata umeamka asubuhi, and this is happening on TikTok. Your competition, they see you doing well, they go and report your account. You have realized that? Have you realized that? So there's that cyber threats that are happening nowadays. So number one, if you keep your social media clean, you don't do any shoddy work, you can retain it, because also the social media, there is a kind of nini that does. And also, don't buy likes when you're starting. Don't buy likes. This is what now will make your account go down fast. Tuko pamoja? Social media, number one, allow me just to finish on that. Now I'm finishing. Keep your audience captivated with content. Tuko pamoja? Eka content ambayo your people will look at. Hata when you're form 4s. Let me tell you, start right now. 3 years, you'll be very far. Number 2, storytelling is something good. Let your product have a story. As you've heard, did you realize that, I think even Wakili did it, but Funwell and me, it came out very well. Did you realize we started with our stories? You realize we started with our stories? And that's how you bought into what we are saying right now. You are like, Kai, Funwell na vile ni mpole akafanyiwa hivyo. Hawakumfanyia poa. Alafu sasa ukafanyika nini? So people want to hear your story. Tuko pamoja? So have a story to tell through what you want to do in your entrepreneurship journey. Because when people hear your story, they want to become part of your journey. Tuko pamoja? Next thing is variety is key. When I talk about variety, I'm trying to say be authentic on your social media, because I'm saying social media because that's where you will be selling a lot. Si tuko pamoja? Ama nyinyi mtaenda kuuza pahali. The conventional way of selling things is gone. Door to door, face to face, nowadays is gone. Nowadays people meet virtually. People meet on social media. So on your social media, make sure that you have embraced authenticity. You utilize the kind of social media platforms that are there. Please, don't be this one-sided person. Kwa Facebook, wewe ndio uko huko tu peke yake. And I think I'm talking to you guys. I think I'm talking to social media. Mko poa kwa Facebook. Instagram is what is inawalemea kidogo kama mimi. Na TikTok. Are you on TikTok? Are you on TikTok? Exactly. Now that's what I mean. Remember, everyone has shifted to TikTok. Let me give you some be consistent. I want to go back to social media, TikTok, remind me, and then be consistent. So, unapost leo, alafu unaposti after 2 weeks, alafu unaposti after 5 months, no one will follow you. People need to follow. On TikTok, I saw something juicy of a woman alichukuliwa hapa Juja Road, hapo St. Teresa's. St. Teresa. A woman with her daughter. Her daughter, she's a big lady, and she's now pregnant. But they have bipolar, and they have a problem. So, Just one day, I was walking by the streets of TikTok and I saw a video. And guess what? That woman made me crack. Nilipeana hizo links kwa all my family. Naambia anani hao vile wanachekesha. They're so natural, they're authentic. Wanakaa wanasema, "Na ni nini mnaniangalia mki? Kama mtaki kunitumia pesa kundeni huko nyinyi nyote." And let me tell you, akisema hivyo, the viewers, they shoot. Kama alikuwa anapata watu 100 viewers, ina shoot to 1000. The more anatusi watu online, the more ina shoot. And I found her just authentic. You know she's bipolar, so she can say anything. Yeah? And Nini, it's not, if you are bipolar, my apologies. No bad intention. But I'm trying to say is that when that thing comes out, she doesn't care. She's authentic. Guess what? I follow her every single day. Nangojanga wa post. Hata kabla inilete notification tayari nimeenda kuangalia. Yes, so that's how you capture people. Once you're authentic, people imagine will follow you. And then monitor trends and adapt. Tuko pamoja? Monitor trends. Me, I monitor trends. I wish you see my emails. Naonanga mtu amesema, "Oh, there's this new technology, they do this and this." I inbox them. Tell me more about it. I want to know how can I have a cutting edge more than my competition. So all that said, I wanted to talk to you about social media, and then I'm done. Social media, let's look at Facebook. Let's start with emails. Emails were the most conventional way of communication. Sindio? People used to send blind emails, and then from there came what? Facebook. So anytime you're targeting watu wazae kama mimi, Poliko ni mzae na yes, corporate, yes, and corporate, enda Facebook. Tuko pamoja? Post your products, post your services on Facebook. You will get these old people. Ni watu wangapi hapa wako kwa Facebook? How many are on Instagram? You realize that Instagram there are more. Actually, I should not be asking. How many are active on Facebook? Active. You see the hands have decreased? So, Mimi, and you need to know, myself, head boy, I am old. I have the money. What's your name? Unakaa wewe umeshaimaza internship. Huyu, mrembo. What's your name? Ivan. Kama tu yeye. Yani you share the same name. Ivan. Hyphen. Okay, what's the other second name? Museveni. All right. We'll work with Museveni for now. So this lady, are you on Facebook? She's not. So she's not a matured market. You need to know about markets. She's not a mature market. However, she will become a mature market in the next 10 years. That's when she'll have money to spend. Tuko pamoja? That's when she'll have money to spend. So when I advertise to her, I'm not getting anything. There is no kind of income that is coming. Tuko pamoja? So utashinda ukiambia, "Oh, cheki. Ana do." Yetu nakwambia, "Akimagine ni poa, I'm impressed." Na unabaki hapo umesotewa. Lakini when you market to Funwell, what happens? And you tell him it's 40,000, the next thing atakwambia, "Hiyo 40,000 ni nyingi. Can you make it 35?" Okay. Fine. You buy the 35 because he has the money. When you go to him, I don't know are you employed? Yes. So when you go to him, he has 2 years, 3 years to break through into his market. So her is 10 years, 3 years, ready market. Facebook will give you ready market. Instagram, that's where now people have started earning and they have income that they can dispose. Remember, disposable income. So hawa ni watu ambao wako sawa. Hawa hawawezi nunua vitu za 100k, 60k, wanaweza buy vitu za 2000, iPods za 1000, iPods za 200. Hawa watakusupport. Tuko pamoja. So you need to know your market segment ya Instagram. Now, after, oh yeah, you on your Facebook, now we are talking about Instagram. There is another market, yeah, TikTok. TikTok people, hawa watu wa archives. Hawa watu, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Wako hapo. Hawa watu wananga do. No offense, this thing is live, man. So, those people are not so much on, they don't have much income. So, when you go to market, YouTube nowadays, also, there's YouTube and TikTok. YouTube is where you post all your video products and services. Tuko pamoja? You'll get people who have time, but don't have a long video of 60 minutes. My cousin sent me a 1 hour, 30 minutes video. I spent 2 days to watch it. Nikuwa naona kidogo. Have you ever realized nowadays I was watching a movie? Do you know you can't watch a movie? Hata kama ni movie, you'll watch it. One movie, 1 hour, 30 minutes, you'll watch it in 2 days or 3 days. Did you realize that? Because you don't have that time. Lakini nyinyi mnaweza ona series. Series unaweza ona series 3 zenye ziko na episode 18 unaweza ona na 3 days. Did you realize that? So guys, when you're talking to people out there, know your market, know their age, know their income, and know where to get them, and know how to talk to them. There's a language. You don't inbox me. You know, may have people who want to become dancers in my cruise. And say, oh yeah. I don't even respond. Have a nice one.
Guys, our minds are fried and barbecued. We need to give a good round of applause to Ndicho. He has done an amazing job. Si ni kweli? Mtakuja atuongoze. Mtakuja atuongoze. Ni nani Vicky atuongoze? Mose the pianist. Kuja tuongoze. You can nominate someone else. Omega come. You're talking about confidence. How will you sell your product? Elevator pitch,
God is good. And all the time. Tutafanya nani tuongoze asubuhi. Ulizita 5? Ndio hiyo.
Tusimame.
Tunaanza na 5 tukirudi hadi 1. Sawa? Tuende.
Wow, thank you so much. Brother Andishu. Now we are calling you again. You guys, have you learned something? Are you inspired? Are you challenged? I want us to have 10 minutes panel discussion. Lakini maswali zitoke kwenu. Nataka muwalize maswali. So the way they are, I want you to get ready. Nani anaenda? Who is going first? The online team. By the way, our online team, thank you so much for following. Guys, we have amazing program going on. I believe you've been able to learn something. If you have any question, you can post there at the chat box. Then we'll be able to respond to it. Our facilitators are here. They are very much willing to be able to respond to it. I know from this discussion, next week, next month, we are going to have different stories. Ama namna gani? So siji kama there is any question that we have from the online team.
Yeah, so far 23 people are live. And we have a question from Were Junior. Anauliza, what if person A that may be what if person A that you want help from is not willing to help you? Not everyone is able to give their knowledge. So how will you treat that? That one was asked when our brother MC Headboy was talking.
Yes, can I have another mic? We give it to MC Headboy.
All right. How how many of you have heard of that saying that says there's no monopoly of ideas? No one has all the ideas. If one is not willing to share information, and I call them gatekeepers, if they don't want to share the information, move on to the next one. It's that simple. Yes, we are mekata, find the next one. And that's why mentorship is important. And you need to find someone who is in the same spirit. And before you approach someone, just like Esther, go into prayers, ask for favor, that once you ask for that, they will give you. And once they refuse, God did not want. Find the next person. God will always give you the next person. I think that's how I would answer that.
Thank you so much. That is amazing. If you know, you need to believe that everything begins with God. So commit it to God, and then start looking for your destiny helpers. There's this question that I want you guys to be able to respond to. I know there's a youth somewhere who is asking, how can I come up with a business idea as a young entrepreneur? How can I come up with a business idea as a young entrepreneur? How will you respond to that?
All right, I think I can take on that. How can you come up with a business idea as a young entrepreneur? And at that time, the moment you start thinking of coming up with a business idea, you should be able to gauge the resources that you want to put into that business idea. So that when you have the idea, it's not just an idea. However, it is an idea you are able to execute efficiently with utmost accuracy. So it's not like you are daydreaming or so. So, how do you come up with that idea? Number one, identify the market trends. Identify the market trends. And by that it means conducting your research about the opportunities that are always around you. There's something my friend Ndishu talked about that was very important. He asked, what opportunities do you see here? And to mention a few, he said, there is sound, keyboard, there is photography, and there is a ready network right here. So from that, do your market research. Identify what can be unique within those that have been offered around you. Exploit. Once you have identified, actually, you should identify a list. Then one by one, explore those options, not investing, but researching them within the market. You can go beyond your ready market, go beyond your borders. Si hati hiyo biashara kaa inafanya mbaya like summer, it means it will do in the same way somewhere else. So identify the niche, identify the opportunity, exploit it to the maximum by taking it to a place or a locality where it will give you maximum gain. So as I have said, the list itself, explore the options or opportunities one by one, listing the needs, the resources that should be going into each of them, and also listing the risks that each of them may contain. Third, have a goal. When you are exploring that opportunity, what would be your objective? What are you aiming for? As we had said, think big, dream, and then start small. So you have identified the opportunity by doing your market research. You have explored those opportunities to eliminate those that carry maximum risks, to eliminate those that might not be scalable, or those that you might dive into and take maybe longer time growing. That means longer time cultivating resources into it, of which you might, in the long run, give up midway. So it should be something that you are able to execute with efficiency. It should be something that carries less risk. Risks will always be there. So Remember, the list you're having is for elimination, so that you have with you the best opportunity left. And once you have that, then now dive into it. So it's always upon you. Nobody will sell you an idea. But yes, we can sell ideas.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, you can add.
Allow me to add this. If you have a pen, please, it's time to write. Number one, anytime you have an idea of a business, this is what you should start with. Before even a business proposal, there's something called a concept paper. Write that down. Concept paper. A concept paper is where a concept is an idea where you just put it down. A concept paper, you start with your realization. Realization is what you have discovered. It's the problem you have seen. It's more or less like a problem statement. Number two, what is your objective in all this? What do you plan to achieve through all this? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And maybe social status, or to just have 1, 2, 3. Then from there, you need to have a methodology. Methodology is very important. So how do you plan to tackle this? So methodology is the methods you're planning to use. I'm planning to start by talking to people, to my friends. From there, I'm planning to open the social medias for Nini. From there, I'm going to now start creating, collecting data and content. Yani, you have to have a methodology. So from there, you also need to write who are your benefactors. Benefactors are the people who are going to sponsor or give you that. Who are the beneficiaries? So after benefactors, the next thing is beneficiaries. So who are going to benefit from this? So the benefactors are you, maybe, and maybe the bank and things. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is about loans. Hey, watu wangu, wachanini kukopa loans kujibamba. Hizo loans zitawa cost. Tuko pamoja? Unaingia kwa app, unajaza kila kitu, all your information, it will come back to you when you need that money to start a business. Imagine ulichukua 2K uko CRB na unataka kuchukua 50K na youth fund. Ulichukua hii yenye ilitolewa na Ruto ni inaitwa gani? Hustler fund. Ulichukua ukakula ukasema na siwarudishi. Itakita kuramba. Now, we have done with the methodology. You are done with the objectives. So the next thing is to write a time plan. You need to have a time plan. I would like to acquire this by this and this time. So have, let's just call it a work plan. So the work plan, you have the W's. Start with what, why, where, who, how. Tuko sawa? Once you have answered all those questions and you've put them, you have tabulated them in a format, that would be great. End with the last thing, which is the budget. Have a budget of what it needs to be. Now, on the budgets, have 2 columns. Column A is column A. You just put this is the budget. This is even have 3 columns. Number 1, have this is the amount that this is the estimate that is needed for me to execute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 2, these are the alternatives. I can borrow, I can get, I can customize. That one is column 2. Column 3, you find sponsorship, or you find grants, or you find solutions where you can get this money from institutions that you would like to get the money from. I think I've confused something there. So the budget is how much you want, where can you get it, and if you're not going to get it, what are the alternatives that you can get to have all that nini. The last column is what you can do with, just generally, and just do what you want to do. That part has not come out clear, but I think you have gotten the point. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I don't know from the participants whether you have any question that you want our panelists to be able to respond to. But even as you ask that question, I know there's this another fundamental concern that they have, that are there resources available for the young entrepreneurs, those who have, they are aspiring, they want to be up upcoming, they want to come up with startups and continue growing it, are there resources available for them? I don't know who's going to take that. Are there resources available for the young entrepreneurs? Yes. Please.
All right. What I'll tell you, there's an infinite number of resources. Number one, people try to figure out how many funds have been dispersed by the government. How many? How many have ever tried getting grants from the government? You see, walisema usiposimama hautapata hiyo kiti, si ndio? That is for Uhuru. You have to try. There is a youth fund, there is the women fund, there is a disability fund, there is talent hela. They now are on board. So number one, there is that. Tuache hiyo, I've just mentioned something. Do you know from your phone right now, you can get up to 5,000 shillings? Yes? Even right now, on your phones right now as we speak, you can get 2,000 to 5,000 shillings. Did you know that? Hizo apps zote zenye ukiona YouTube wanazaga, do you want some cash? Do you want some cash? Have you ever wondered, I can take this cash and start business with? Tuko pamoja? If you're looking at something small, so there is money there. And also nowadays, banks are not as strict as we were talking. Oh, sorry, I feel like we're with you, Poliko. The whole week I've been with NCBA. NCBA, they have been talking about unsecured loans. They are like, if a youth would get into their nini, and not just like that, they have so many products that you can go and get them from the comfort of your phone. That one is number one. So, my youth, they say, think internationally, act locally. Yes, your 2,000, 5,000, it will go a long way. So that is one app. Take those loans from 5 apps. Umeshagonga 10K to 15K, sindio? That is good to start you somewhere. And then again, as I've said, you don't need resources nowadays. There's connections. I've told you, nimewapatia practical example. Mitambo. You don't need to have mitambo because you can outsource. There's something called business process outsourcing. BPOs. Business processing and outsourcing, which is everywhere. The resources are there. It's just you need to know you have a skill, then go for it.
Thank you so much. I don't know whether you can also say something there within the next 1 minute.
Just to add, just one small thing that we often overlook. You need resources. You are the resources. It's very easy. You are the resources. We are the resources. Have you tried partnering with a friend and sell the idea to them, write a contract, or just an agreement between the two of you? We are getting into this venture. I am providing the resources. He is providing the skills and the management options, right? So we are the resources. Exploit your connections, as he had said. Exploit your networks. Identify those who are able to sponsor you, locally even. Sell the idea. As long as you have a good proposal, hakuna mtu atakataa pesa. Polycarp, you want to expand and open a company somewhere, right? Na mtu akukujie na a very good proposal written. If you have your board of governors or whatever, you table that report down. Now uone, just doing that alone will take your company to forward by bounds or like millions. Are you going to refuse that offer? No. You're going to sponsor that person. You're going to have a subsidiary of your company somewhere else, right? As long as the terms are good and acceptable. So let's exploit the resources that we have. Acha kuangalia the tens of thousands, some hundreds of thousands, just as resources. You are the resources.
Thank you so much. I want to also give Polycarp an opportunity to say something. But as we told you earlier on, our speaker, Mr. Ndishu Otieno, will be leaving us in the next 2 minutes. I want to, before he leaves, isi mnaanza kuinua mkono. Niliwaambia munainua chap chap. But then if you have something pressing, it is better just he responds before he leaves. So wacha kwanza waulize maswali before you leave.
I just want to answer then atanini.
Okay.
Mine is I want to bring it locally. And nimesikia MC Edboy akiongelea government bonds and all that. Some of us, we don't know about all that. But I want to bring it with a practical example that happened to me. When I was starting this photography business, I had the knowledge of YouTube, and the only camera yenye nilikuwa najua ilikuwa kamera ya YouTube ya wazungu. Sikuwa na kamera. Diana Mageto is here, will tell you the story. The camera I had was a small camcorder. But do you know what I did? Mi sinanga aibu. I just came to, you need not to tell everyone. You choose a friend. Tonge Yoya is one of the people I formed a WhatsApp group. And I made, nikatengeneza kaharambe. And some of you, I think, kuna mtu yote hapa mwenye nili add kwa your group. Yeah, she was there, of course. Lazima ungekuwa hapo by then. So you see, it's not a matter of you having thousands of money. Mi niliona, sina pesa, niko mjengo, nikajiuliza, ni mjengo nitafanya maisha yangu yote? Nikasema hapana, what am I going to do? I have people in church who have money. Elda Tonge ako na gari baridi sana. Sasa hiyo gari wakati huo haikuwa mzee sana kama sasa hii. Ilikuwa bado baridi, but najua Elda utachange hiyo gari. Amen? Yes.
Amen.
Aliniambia kuna dream ya kuona V8 Toyota and I will praying for you. Now, what I did, I went to juu najua kitangaza kwa kanisa itaonekana sijui iende kwa church board, iende ya kuwa approved and all that. I did this. I went to Tonge, nikamwambia, look, I'm forming this group. I just need this amount. My target by then was about 100,000. I went to different people. I had like 20 people. Not all of them gave, but at least hawaku left. Waliniambia they are with me. And nilichanga, watu walinichangia around 50,000. Nikauza ng'ombe ushago, nikapata around 20, nikanunua my first camera. So these people ndio watakusaidia. Nilikwambia usijiumize wewe mwenyewe. Just talk. Come to someone, mwambie, I may not give you 100,000. But if Vicky akitoa 100 yake, huyu atoe 100, tutakununulia kitu nataka.
Thank you so much. Tuanze na pale nyuma alafu tukuje hivi.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So my question goes to MC Head Boy. So you talked about authenticity, right? And you gave us an example of the bipolar lady. So my question is, in this case, we are referring to a sound mind person. So to what extent will you consider the content being put out there as authentic and not so good in the name of being authentic? I don't know if you've got my question.
All right, my car is here already. So the thing is, being authentic is being real. And being real is your service and products. When you're talking about products, it's good to tell people these are China products, and we also have the UK products, and also we have the US products. The US products are very good and they're very expensive. You know, I grew up knowing that Kikuyus don't buy cheap things. Kwanza kwa chemist. Kwa chemist ukimwambia dawa ini ya 50, ini ya 100, ini ya 2000. Atasema nataka ya 2000 because they know it's real. Yes? So the same way, I'll tell you, if it's your product, be as honest as you can. Tell them these are products and this is low quality, this is the highest quality. And when people feel like that, they feel like you're authentic. In terms of your service, be as authentic as possible. Have a human touch. That's what I meant. That's what I mean as at now. Have a human touch. Yesterday, I was telling my dancers, I have a dance crew that is 2 months old, but wameingia kwa industry, they have uniforms, they call the stylish dancers, you can look them up. They just 2 months and they're everywhere. And I realized their numbers were not going up. And I told them, they look so far-fetched. They look kama watu wako juu sana, high class, hakuna mtu mwenye, the people could not relate with them. So I told them to be authentic. Wanapanda matatu, wanaonesha watu wameingia kwa a high-end event using a matatu so that people can now find them as authentic and real. In terms of your service, you need to be as authentic as possible. You know the reason why you have trusted, have you trusted me today? It's because I was?
Authentic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Lavender?
My question is about the legal formalities, the VAT, KEBS, most of for startups. Okay, how can one handle them juu? Unaweza pata pia zinaweza lead to closure of your business. What's the easiest way to approach it?
Let me take that. And by the way, there's something that I was almost forgetting to tell you. Do you go to supermarkets and you buy stuff? Do you keep the receipt? You don't. You discard the receipt. Do you know how that receipt can help you at the end of the day when you are doing your submission of the income tax? So please start keeping your receipts, because every time you go to a supermarket, you go somewhere else, you pay what? Tax. And if you are doing business, like for example, Lavender, you have a registered business, right? At the end of the year, the government is expecting you to pay income tax. That income tax should be a net of what you paid, the tax you paid for the entire year. And at times, you know, for people who are smart enough, that is where you'll find most of, nowadays unapata biashara zimekuwa registered LLP, this and this LLP. There is a difference between limited liability partnership and a company. Limited liability partnership has the features of a company, while at the same time it exempts you from paying some taxes. While a company, you have to strictly pay taxes to the government. But then, that notwithstanding, at the end of the year when you are you are filing your returns, kuna wengine na file negatives kwa sababu the entire year you spent than what you. Are you getting me? Yani the entire year unapata kama ulitumia 1 million, while according to the company what you earned was 500,000. So who owes each other? Nani anakuna pesa yako? Serikali. So I want to say this. It is good to comply in terms of filing your returns. It depends on the vehicle that you have. But again, it is also good to ensure that you keep in touch. Make sure that your books of accounts ziko sawa sawa. Tuko pamoja. If you do not have the legal or the know-how in terms of accounting, you can talk to your friends who are accountants by profession. They can be able to help you.
All right. Wakili and the rest of us, I would like to say a big thank you. God bless you. It's been a pleasure. I'm humbled that I'm here. I've just started a career today, and I believe this will be used as evidence in the next 1 year when I become a big business coach. For now, thank you. And if you have any questions, don't feel bad. Polycarp is here. He'll give you my number. You can always get in touch. Otherwise, thanks.
Wakili, before you leave, from the team, we are so humbled for coming. We have learned a lot, and we will invite you over and over again. Thank you so much for coming.
Before I end, tunafanya namna gani jamani? Let us appreciate him in a very good way. Let us appreciate him. A good round of applause for him. Tufanye zile factorials. Tuanze na 5, 4, 3, like that. Let's go. Thank you so much, Brother Ndishu, MC Headboy. It was a pleasure having you. God bless you. Sijui kama bado tunaendelea. Acha pia niongee kama MC Headboy. Hata mimi nimekuwa inspired. Bado tunaendelea. Now you guys, I think leo haijakuwa wasted. Si ni kweli? We've learned a lot. Hata wale wako shuleni. We know that at the end of the day we have a lot. Kuna simu zingine lazima uchukue. Niko live. Kuna zingine muelewe tu Jamani, today has been a very productive day. You still have questions, but I want to tell you that we've just started. we need to continue tracking what we have started today. We know that from here, we have some of you are going to come up with startups. Already there are most of us who have startups. Already the businesses are still young. We want to nurture them. We want to grow step by step together. And what we are the discussion that we are going to have with the leadership of the church is to be able to promote your businesses. I was talking to Lovenat and I told her that we need to ensure that the church is consuming the product. Tuseme kama ikifika kwa peanut butter ni Lovenat. That should be the product that is selling in the church. And even you guys, what you are doing, let us know. We want to make sure that we come up with connection within the church. We want to grow. You guys are doing an amazing job. Hatutaki wale vijana who are complaining and crying hakuna kazi. So thank you so much, guys. I don't know whether you still have questions. Kuna swali? Yes. You can ask that question. We still have our brother here, Fanuel, who will be able to respond, and also hata kwa participants, if there's a question you feel you can be able to take, then we can take that opportunity so that at the end of the day tusitoke hapa kama kuna mtu bado kuna swali. Karibu.
So my question is to Fanuel, to you Fanuel. So it's about remote working, right? So in a situation where someone has never been employed or in an employment field, at what point do you advise and make that person understand that remote working is as good as just going to the office physically? And considering that there's this notion, people feel like when you just from school, probably from university, you are a fresh graduate, you have to at least have a job physically. That's the notion that is out there. How do you make that person understand that working remotely is as good as just working physically? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for bringing up that question. I would start by saying that you don't have to graduate or finish even high school as long as you are over 18 years old and you can have access to internet and a laptop. You can earn something from the internet or from online. That's the kind of revolution that remote working has brought to this generation. So, number one, you have to know the right place that you are looking at. Because as I had said earlier on, there are a lot of scams out here. But when you are looking at the right place, then you can find something that would fall within your skill bracket. Even if you are not able to find something within your skill bracket, but we have crash courses, a lot of them in the internet. It would take you just a few weeks or a few months, like 3 months, to complete a course. Actually, even a month. A course can be programmed for a whole 3 months, but based on your availability, you are able to complete it within a month. That is a skill you've earned. That is a certificate you have earned, and a valid one. So if you can grow on a skill and use that skill in search for a job, then you'd be at a place where you can be able to offer a service within the internet. When I was in university, I had one client peke yake kwa internet. There was a company ilikuwa inajiita Authors Global, and I had only one client. At that time, I was still teaching myself the art of online writing and so on. He was a master's student doing his research in forensic science. And alipoona my profile, I had listed hapo hivyo that I'm majoring on security studies and forensic science, he reached out. And that's how nilipata that one client. After a long time ya kukua too dormant hapo hivyo, nikingoja like trying to make bids. Those who have experience, you know, you make a bid that I'll be able to do this work for you at $30, whatsoever cost. But based on our profiles, you might miss a lot because there are competitive profiles out there. So are you looking at the right place? To give one example, you can visit cvat.ai, cvat.ai. You are a student majoring on data analytics or so. You can write a proposal. There is an opportunity there. You can write a proposal to that company, a proposal that can earn you a lot in future. So look at the right places and be able to grow your skills so that you have a long portfolio or a profile that can attract somebody na aingie hapo hivyo kuangalia. And then there are some that have minimal expectations, such as annotation jobs, translation jobs. Ulifanya French high school, you are good at it. There are French jobs up online. They are paying. Ulifanya Japanese. I know of some people in wamefanya Chinese, Japanese. There are a lot of translation jobs huko hivyo. You are good at mathematics. There are tutors wenye wanatakikana hapo hivyo online. And trust me, you'll find out that you are so good at it. Because the tutors people are employing out there are substandard. They're substandard. What they do ni kuenda kwa Google, fanya Google search ya formulas and so on, alafu wanarudi kujibu a student. Now you that majored on arithmetics, what can you offer? Can't you sell that skill? Because I do believe sote tumefanya mathematics, mimi nilianguka, we ulipita. It's a skill you have. Why don't you sell it? So when we are exploring online opportunities, number one thing you should consider, growing your skills and marketing that skill the right way on the right platform, scam platforms. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want us to take questions from either 2 or 3. But then building on that, let me tell you something. I have a certain Italian client. So we were in court. We were conducting a virtual court hearing. Then the court realized they could not understand his English. So we had to take another date for the same hearing for purposes of getting a translator. So then a court decided to look for a translator at the embassy. They could not get one. Somebody who could be able to understand Kiswahili or English very well and then Italian very well, so to come to court and translate. You know, that is when I realized that opportunities are all over. Because walitafuta translator and they only landed on Ken Ogoch. Do you know Ken Ogoch? Ken Ogoch, you have Ken Ogoch in the church. Even Ken did not know that he's coming to meet me in court. So one day then in the morning, I realized the person I'm seeing kotini ni nani? Ni Ken. So Ken was there to translate. And the court offered to pay so well. And then we could not proceed that particular day because there was difference. Sorry, don't share this with Ken, because it is, we are live, Ken, please, come on and watch, Paul, But you see, there was a disagreement between Ken and the court on payment. I want you to pay me this much. The court was not willing to pay that much. So the court reached out to me. And then they were pleading that, can you please look for this gentleman? They gave me his number, not knowing that we know each other. Can you please look for this gentleman and then negotiate if we can pay this much? And what you are negotiating is not something small. So see, what if you just go and learn some of these languages? You know, you will be making money. They will be looking for you to pay you. That is what we are talking about here. Any other question? Any other question? Yes.
Niko na swali, but before niulize the question, niko na something to add on here online. Kama una skill wachana tu na mambo ya online. Cause okay, niko na personal experience. Nimeonguza kama account 2 cause hiyo kutokuwa na skill na kujaribu kuwa mwenye ana connect watu wako na skill na the jobs zenye ziko kwa account. So unaona job account iko na jobs na iko na dofiti, then unapeana job to someone else analeta late senye time imesha kuwa due ama vitu mob tu. So don't do that, cause nimeona kuna watu wengi wameanza kuingia hii mambo ya remo na sijui nini, like watu wengi wameanza kuingilia mambo. So don't do that. Kama enda kwanza utafute skill yenye inahitajika hapo, then uingie hapo uchape hiyo kazi. Then my question is, unaweza tu advise aje, is it advisable ni learn one thing and be a master at it, or I sample and then I see what fits? Yeah.
All right. Hata mimi nimefanya remo task. And I'd like to say something, especially allow me just add to this, because I think it is good education. Ukiuziwa an account, I've never bought an account to begin with. Ukiuziwa an account, one thing you should know, account iko na labda 4-star rating. It's earning some good money. Like the rate yenye mekewa is good money. And mwenye ana work on it, amekuwa akislip, akatumiwa the first email ya warning. Akasema, nikiuza hii account as it is right now, naeza chota ka 30K. He'll sell the account, knowing very well that he doesn't have time, he cannot upgrade your account, itoke kwa hiyo risk status iko. And you take the account, a learner who doesn't have experience, and you want to earn what imewekwa hapo at the account stands at this rate. Unafanya kazi kaa 2 hivi, rating ya account inashuka hadi 2-star. At that time you are also standing a risk ya hii account kublokiwa, right? So what option do you have? Kuuza account 5K, umenda loss already. That is the big scam ya hizo ma accounts. So be very wary and don't buy an account, guys. Ukinunua account inamaanisha you are not enough kufanya hiyo mtihani upite upewe account. Then why are you trying to do tasks that you do not qualify for? Get the skill, learn kwanza, and ufanye mtihani, pata your own account, grow it. That is for wale wenye wana grow my accounts. But there are several that you don't even need your account. All you need is there are free accounts. There are over 100 options that are online working. So explore intelligently so that you are not scammed. So to your question, I think I've answered that, Mbaka. I've lost track of my thoughts. Can you just come up again?
So advice as on kama nichukue field moja, right, and I try to be a master at it. Okay. Ama niguze nione which one would fit me.
All right. It's very easy. Explore one skill. Maximize on one skill until you are so good at it that you are in demand. And once you have done that, then upgrade yourself. When you upgrade yourself, it means acquiring another skill that supplements that. Kama you are into photography, let's use Polycarp because he's a very promiscuous brand. So let's use photography. And Polycarp, unapiga mapicha, you do videos, and you do not know video editing, you do not know Photoshop. Now that is an area that you can develop your skill. Already, usha maximize on that skill ya photography and videography. Then what's holding you back from upgrading yourself to a video editor or a photo editor? And once you've done that, you know video editing, you know photo editing. What's stopping you from learning graphics? And once you do that, can't you just try designs and everything? So you might not be doing it for money exactly, but you are doing it to upgrade your skills. So that hata ukitaka kujimarket somewhere, unaweza jidisania ka whatever, banner somewhere. You have your studio penye una print vitu and everything. You just print it out. You don't need to spend some money somewhere else kwa kitu yenye you would have done if you would have acquired that skill. So, Victor, grow your skill, become proficient in it, and then afterwards, you have interest in a different field, then upgrade yourself. Tulisema hakuna mwisho wa masomo, ama mwisho wa kulan, right? That's how you grow yourself after maximizing on something else.
Before I give Director Tush, our last event, I said something and I'll still say it, and also MC amesema, it's about brand. When walisikia kitu yenye MC alisema is, brand is not how much money you make. Branding is not how well you dress to events and how eloquent you are. But brand is always how you market yourself, and marketing yourself is your image, and your image is what you stand for, and what you stand for is who you are. Nimeenda sana. This is it. You see, I'll relate it to my story. Kitamba nilikuwa kwa mjengo nikifanya mtu wa mkono, nikatoka hapo nika upgrade kidogo, nikakuwa fundi nikawa plumber, nikatoka hapo nikawa mtu wa mkono wa electrician, tukachimba, then later I found myself doing tiling so well that I had a lot of clients. Hadi nilikuwa naishi Kenyatta Road, but I had clients within Lakisama. I've put some tiles around huku Lakisama. Even after niliacha job, they used to call me, hey Polycarp, kuja kuna gorofa inajengwa and they need a quotation ya tiling. Nikawambia no. Nowadays I'm not doing tiles, but I can refer you to someone that I trust. What did I do? I asked myself, will I be a tiler forever? Is this what I want? So when I said I want to do media, that is photography and videography, I left everything that I was doing. Photography was not paying, but nilikuwa nikidecline jobs za tiles. So here is the thing. Make sure people know you with what you do. And last year I gave example with Awilo. Awilo amefanya a lot of things. We are hustlers. Akafungua channel yake inajita The Untold Truth. No, haiku inaitwa Awilo. It was called The Untold Truth, right? It was really picking. Nikamwambia Awilo, let people know you that wewe ni a media personality. Wewe wanaitwanga aje au kina Eve Mungai and all that. Let people know that hata wewe watu ndio watakuwa na kuita, unapata watu wakubwa kama kina Flako are calling you, hey kama unihoji ndio watu wanione. So don't gamble at ila chan jaribu hii ni sample hii. Even in courtship, don't sample. Get one lady, stick to that one lady. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The same thing is in business.
Yes.
Don't sample.
Thank you so much, Poliko. Just to sum it up, we said that become an authority. Identify your niche, cut your niche, and then be good at what you're doing. What has been presented here since morning is that there is a brand. Make your brand. Let people know you with your brand. And then unakuja kwa hiyo story ya kusample. Please. Just ensure that there is a line that you're following and you are good at it. Let other people, the money is not a problem. People just want you to offer solution. So come up with solution. And that's why you see, in the morning I came up dressed very smartly. You see, I'm telling you, even the way you package yourself will sell you. Is it true or false? Unajua, there are times I've gone to town, kama nimevaa casually, nimevaa tu t-shirt. There are places nainganga kila siku, lakini nikienda nimevaa casually, wanakuona hivi, you are a suspect. So you really need to package yourself, package your brand, make sure that people knows you as somebody who knows what he's doing in that particular area or field. One last question and then we wind up. Yes. You have a comment, Yes, please.
Mine was all about branding. So there is this time you brand yourself, like for instance, I'm the director of Golden Heart Studios. Nikuje kani nimevaa makofia, sijui niko na manguo rugged, and then na maybe niko na masilver. Alafu kuna kazi nataka unipatie. The job I'm requesting, I'm telling you give me like 100,000. How will you believe it? Like I'm the CEO, I'm the director. It won't make sense. Another thing, there was a time I was working with Meta Kenya, wenye wanaijua, wenye wameown Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp. There was a time I worked with them. So those guys, I learned so many things about how you brand yourself and how you market yourself and how you post your items. For instance, kuna mtu hapa alisema anadu bakery. Ni nani? Leo umepost kitu ya bakery. Kesho. So niliambiwa hivi, ama I was listening to them. Nilikuwa nafanya shoot, but ikafika place wakifunzana, mimi nikaanza ku write my all notes. The reason why nilianza kuandika, walikuwa nasema kuna hawa watu wenye wanauzanga vitu za makeups na vitu za online. I'm sure mko na namba zao wengine wenyu. Si kila siku huwa wanapost hizo vitu. Unaanga kwa status ameweka status kama 30. Huyu mtu unajuanga aje anauzanga? Umeona kwa status yake, umejua bado ako into business. Assume huyo mtu ameenda missing for 2 months. Utajuaje kama anauza hizo vitu? So inakwambia huyo mtu hayuko kwa business, but anytime keep posting kwa status yake, ameongezea leo ka status, amesema like for instance Poliko akienda shoot anasema ako place fulani amepost akiwa na kamera yake, una gain trust yake, committee event. Juliona akipiga shoot, maybe wase wako na do mingi kuliko yenye ulikuwa unamuitia, but unamtrust. Lakini wewe uko hapo kwa nyumba unasema si watu wanajuanga bado wanafanyanga hii kazi. Same na huyu pianist hapa. Ni pianist, ni producer, but haupost vitu zenye unafanya. Okay, I'm a pianist as well. So anytime yenye unafanya kitu yenye unaifanya, give it to all. Make sure una post kitu yenye ni relevant. Uni pianist, simu expect ana post vitu za photography. Hajui kupiga kamera, hajui kushika kamera, hajui kushoot. Lakini nasema tu kama example, lakini umpate ameanza kuweka vitu kama za bakery, anapika na ni pianist. Unaona? So just look for a way yenye una post kenye unafanyanga. Consistency yako ya kupost hizo vitu. Make sure una post kuna target audience. Angalia watu wako ni kama age group ya nani. Kuna bishte yetu anamjua ni photographer. Umse picha zenye anapiganga na zenye anapost ziko tu sawa, lakini clients wake wengi ni wasichana. It's fine ni wasichana, but hata aitwa event hutampata akishoot, hutaipata ameitwa ati event fulani ni ameitwa kama main photographer ama main videographer. Hananga. It's either mimi photographer nimuitie kazi, but kama brand yake hata aitwa. Why? how you post, how you brand yourself. Matters a lot kwa watu wenye wako umesave kwa contact list yako. Au wasi ndio wanakuwa mashanga. Sijui kama mnajuanga hivyo. Au wasi ndio huwa wanakulink. Au wasi ndio unapatanga ameulizwa na unajuanga mse fulani fanyanga kitu fulani. Anasema yes, I know a guy ama I know a lady who does that very well, let me connect you with her ama with him. Anatumanga namba yako, unapigiwa nilipewa namba yako na mtu fulani. Why? What you posted on your status ama what you posted on your social media. Tuliambiwa hapa branding yako ya Facebook naweza ingia kwa Facebook page yako nijue wewe ni nani, nitakuwa analyze tu hapo. Sihitaji kushinda tu nikizunguka. Kufungua tu hivi nitajua tu the kind of business you do, watu wenye interact na wao. Make sure time unaenda gig ya wase wa bigi, piga picha na wao ama piga picha moso kwetu sisi photographers. Huwezi expect mimi nipige wase na huko vijijini alafu niende nipatane na wase kaa kina Prezo nikosa kupost hiyo picha. Mtajuaje napiganga watu kama hao picha? Venye napiga wao wase wa bigi inakugain trust yako ya you can trust me with your events, you can trust me with your choir, you can trust me with your so many things that needs photography. So same case with your let me use her kama at least nilisikia anafanya bakery. Unapata maybe amepiga keki, amepika vizuri, amezipiga picha pale kwa status. Kuna hii kitu ilikuja kutusaidia WhatsApp business. Unapata catalog yake, ameijaza keki vizuri, ameziname na prices, ameziname pale fiti, amezipiga picha. Ukiingia kwa catalog yake ishakwambia umse hadi kwa harusi yangu naweza muitia, naweza mtrust. Why? Catalog yake ishamwambia Kenya, ishakwambia Kenya amejiekea kwa nini kwa catalog yake. Another thing, venye unalipisha client wako. Mind venye unalipishanga. Si kila mtu una low charge. Kuwa na standard fulani yako yenye unalipisha your clients. Si kila time unaambiwa kuna shoot kama mimi photographer. Umeniita event yenyewe ni corporate ya wase wa bigi, ma CEO, ma directors. Maybe kama hiyo time nilikuwa nafanyia Meta. Una expect watu kama hao naweza ambia like 5,000 ama 10,000. One thing ukishawaambia pesa kama hiyo wanaona wewe ni joker. Kazi yako iko very poor. Wanaanza kuwa na trust issues na tukimlipa na akipotea na pesa yetu. Tukimlipa kazi yenye atadeliver inakaa aje. So make sure you rate your work na standards fulani. Atusemi then you overcharge. At least JK charges zenye clients wako watafika bei ya nini ya packages zenye umejiwekea pale. Usikuwa ukicharge and then clients wako tena wanatoroka wote. But tena usiende too low juu clients wengi wenye wako too low wanasumbuanga zaidi. Sijui kama mnajua hivyo. Mse fulani hapo nampiga picha kama mimi nishaitwa event. Client mwenyewe analipa 20,000. Hiyo ni kwa event ni one photographer, one videographer. Then kazi yenye unataka ni deliver ni 100,000. Na so kama kuna harusi nishaienda kushoot kuna sikumbuki jina but inside za Kisii. Nikapiga shughuli fiti, alikuwa analipa around 35. From hapo next gig nilikuwa naenda kushoot Mombasa. Client mmoja Mombasa alikuwa amefika bei vizuri. So after kupiga picha na kupost anaanza kuniuliza mbona yangu hukufanya kama hiyo. Namwambia huyu client amefika bei. Tumelipiwa hadi fare ya kuenda Mombasa, nimeenda na wase wangu timu kubwa huko hadi Mombasa tumeshoot, but yeye ana insist picha zake hazika hivyo. Tumepigia picha kwa beach. Unataka picha zako zikae zimepigwa kwa beach yetu tumepiga Kisii. Unaona like kuna vitu like haziadd up. Kuna vitu haziadd up. So make sure when unalipisha lipisha price yenye iko fiti kwa kwa event yako na kwa clients wako. Mungu awabariki.
One final question. Thank you so much. Lakini ya kusema Kisii hajatuambia vizuri.
Hi, habari yenu?
Let me tell you one thing, as we invite our good friend there to give us our very last question, that there is room for improvement. Sio kweli? I remember I trusted Poliko with a very important event in my life. And then Poliko akaanza kufanya kazi na katumwa the first sample. Na hiyo first sample, we were very honest, Poliko, you need to adjust this. Alafu akaenda akarework into it. Alafu akatumwa the final product, and we were like, wow, this is a very good and nice stuff. So listen to the feedback from and don't take feedback positively. Mbona nikwambia kitu sianze kusema hapo hajatuambia vizuri. Kwa hivyo hiyo story ya Kisii tuachie hapo. Karibu.
Saseni.
Karibu.
Naitwa Moses, and actually as a entrepreneur nimejifunza mengi sana, and my question ina concern about is it in terms of entrepreneurship or business, is it bad to be overambitious? And if it is bad, what's the remedy of it? Because you find as young people, every day, the urge of getting money is real. And as we are here and we are getting out, everyone wants to venture in a business. But you realize they'll take a lot of capital, then it will go. And I think that's bring about heartbreak as a young entrepreneur. And even some of them, or some of us, we quit before we get even break. So what's the remedy of it? Because the urge of getting money is real, and we are so much of ambitious of getting money. So what's the remedy of being of ambitious?
All right, I think I can take on that briefly. We had talked about unrealistic timelines and realistic expectations. So when we are being overambitious, we might be having unrealistic expectations. It goes two ways. So I would say it is okay to be overambitious, because when you are not overambitious as well, you might be aiming for the stars and end up in the clouds. So, my brother, it is okay to be overambitious. But one thing you have to look at is that, are you setting realistic expectations? Yes, you are overambitious, but what are the things you have put in place to make sure you meet your ambition? Is it realistic, or is it too much dreamy? So you look at it from that perspective. That way you'd be able to remedy it. And you work with a timeline. That is one. So the best thing and the best way, if you know you are too ambitious or you are overambitious, always work with sprints. And when I say sprint, I mean break your goals into short iteratives, into short durations, with each duration ending with a key result. For example, you want to get to Kasarani. Leo unataka ukimbie kutoka hapa hadi let's say Thika Road. So you know very well it's your first day. You cannot make that lap yote. So do a short sprint. Toka hapa, fika JJ. The goal is tangu toke hapa hivi hadi JJ haujasimama. Now, the result ukifika hapo hivyo ni yes. Nimefika na how many minutes? Let's say unataka ufike huko hivyo Thika Road na 20 minutes. So kama break into 4 iterations, then the first iteration should be how many minutes? 5 minutes. So make sure you are able to finish the first iteration with 5 minutes. Now the first one umeifanya and it is realistic, umefikisha. then your ambition, even if the first time ulifikiria it's overambitious, but from that alone you know you are able to achieve it. If you are not able to achieve it, then you have to re-strategize before you went too far and you cannot come back. No. That's what we call sprints. So divide your project into sprints. We said project can be a business, but make sure you have key results at each and every sprint. When you are working on anything, the measure of success is key results. So with the small sprints, you're able to measure your success, which means you're able to have a key result. With that key result, you can re-strategize on how you are going to work on your next iterations or your next sprints. So you'll be able to re-strategize if you are not able to meet the first one. That way, you would be mitigating the overambitious fact. Because utakuwa ume-strategize because of the first result ulikuwa nayo. You ume-strategize so that you are able to meet the second iteration. That's how we mitigate overambition.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Maybe just to add something small, is that I believe that there is nothing like being overambitious. Because the moment you have a dream, you must be able to come up with a strategy to actualize what? Your dream. And what Fanuel has talked about is that how do you make sure that your strategy come into reality is by tracking. Take stock on what you have been able to do. If you know that I want to get to the end of this race, you must come up with a way on how you are going to run the race. So being overambitious is good, but I want to say that it is never, as long as it is the ambition that you have, you can never be overambitious. You can work very hard towards it and achieve it. There is another thing that is really troubling us, that is called procrastination. You always say that, nitafanya hii kitu, wacha nitafanya baadaye. But until you get to the very end, that is the problem that we have with most of Kenyans. You realize that we do things towards the very end. Unasema tu tutafanya, hata kama ni voter registration, tutasema namna gani? Bado kuna masiku. Until the last day you realize that tomorrow is deadline. So unapata hiyo siku ya deadline ndio kila mtu anang'ang'ana kufanya nini? The only thing niliona mlifanya haraka sana ni ile wakati kulikuwa na unaenda unachukuliwa some data analysis kwa macho na unapewa pesa ngapi? Hiyo nilikuwa naona watu wanamuka mapema na wanaweka foleni pale. So guys, I don't know whether kuna wale watu wako wamelipwa kama you've been paid the balance. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much. It was wonderful having you guys around. I don't know whether Polycarp, you are the one who was to give vote of thanks, but it has been such a wonderful session. I believe that amuja waste siku ya leo. Si kweli? I want to see results. May God bless you so much. Polycarp, you can say something, and then after that, we can stand up with a word of prayer.
I know we are tired. I really wish tungekuwa na a lot of time. Before I give my vote of thanks, I'd love to say this. It is very important and it's very key. In whatever level you are, kumbe elder munaona iwamuoni watu light inagonga macho. Okay, so in whatever level you are, kindly make friends. Those friends, those who are in campus, kindly make friends. Hapo ndio utapata most of the events. Some things I don't know how to bring them out. Most of these events that I always go to, these corporates, I was in one of the events called University of Nairobi class of 90 BCom. It was alumni thing, and we had Kina CS, the former CS for alikuwa for huyu mama anaitwa nani? Cecilia. We had Cecilia, we had Sicily. We had so many big names. Nilishtuka sana kumbe class of 90 BCom ya UON iko na a lot of ministers and all these people wakipewa mic waongea ulikuwa unasikia Madam CS, you remember when we were nini tukikula kwa kibanda, hadi nilijua kuna mama anaitwa, kuna kibanda hapo UON ilikuwa inaitwa kwa mama Shiro. Unakumbuka tukikula kwa mama Shiro? So in whatever level you are, business, kwanza wale wako shule, kindly make good friends. Then the last thing, make sure that having sampling business is not good, but having a side hustle is good. Let people know you by one brand, but you can have a side hustle. Nila tujakuwa na time dimetuumiza. Our able director here aliwaambia ni farmer. Hiyo farming yake anaifanya aje? Those are the things zenye tungejua, ni ile tu time haikutu allow. Ana kodesha shamba, napanda vitu mahindi nini, then anauza, napata mazao. We have those wenye wananunua ng'ombe. I'm one of them, naingia kwa hiyo industry, nishaanza nanunua ng'ombe, naachia mtu with the time, naacha huko na isahau. In the next 10 years hizo ng'ombe zinazaana, like you just buy, ukipata some money maybe 20,000 unatuma, unasema nunua ndama moja. Hiyo ndama in the next 10 years imekuwa ng'ombe, zingine zimezaana. You find that you make a lot of investments zenye hazita kufa. Kuna wale wenye wako kwa into rabbit farming, YCDA tukubali rabbit, lakini kuna wenye wako kwa rabbit farming, kuna wenye wako kwa poultry farming na nguruwe. Though to allow hizo, lakini just find something to do. That's all. I want to give our guests aseme one is last point ama is remarks, then I'll give our Ajakua, and she's not feeling well, our program coordinator Diana, to come and give vote of thanks. Juu mumesikia sauti yangu sana. Then we will close with choir. Youth choir, you will come after you said, then choir wikuje ndio tufunge na remarks.
All right, I think nimeongea sana, and I'll just finish up with what Polycarp amesema. Farming, there is a lot of money in farming. The first pesa land, nikawaliza, what do you farm? We are into maize, be involved in such a thing. So the conversation ilianza hivyo. And so nikasema nini, pesa inakaa tu hapa hivi. Let me try that. Hiyo pesa cause hiyo season moja tu hivyo, it was just less than a year. Hiyo pesa ingeni earn 45k interest kwa bank? No. So yes, I'm into farming. Nimekuwa nikifanya hiyo mahindi. This season tunaingia, I'll be doing mahindi na maragwe ndani yake. I was told that is gold huko pia in Eldoret, though most hawaijui. And then my next investment yenye nimekuwa niki-explore recently ni dairy goat farming. So that is just a preview of the side hustle I'm indulging myself into. So guys, this is my last remark. You have something you are doing. It doesn't take much capital. All it takes is the bravery to indulge yourself. Stop procrastinating. Just get up and do it. You have done your research for so long now. It's over a year, it's over months. But you're still thinking about it. So just get up and do it. That's all from me today.
Thank you, Fanuel. So, can I get one cameraman to point this? So, I want to say this as choir mkikuja, AY Youth Choir. In this department, we had, choir kwanza msikuje. Kindly, all council members with all their assistants. All council members, kindly, let us all rise up. Guys, without these people, hii kitu haingekuwa success. All council members, kindly, due a time, tusimame tu. So, kindly just say your name and what are you doing in terms of kwa group ya youth. Wewe ni nini? Wewe ni director, wewe ni elder, mapasta?
Hi, I'm Jesse Joe. I'm the spiritual leader this year.
Hi, Emmanuel. I'm the uniform leader. I'm Emmanuel, the men's uniform leader.
Hi, I'm Omwenga James. Mimi ni katibu msaidizi, assistant secretary.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Diana. I'm the organizing secretary.
Hi, I'm Juma Rebecca, uniform leader. Tunasaidiana na Ima.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharon Ojuang and I'm the treasurer.
Good evening, Maria Stacy, publicity and entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Hello, Anne Ooko, assistant spiritual leader.
Hi again. I forgot one thing I do also. Managing your social media accounts. Alongside Maria.
Hi. Hi. I'm Vera Cheng, the secretary.
Hi, Lavenda Otieno, deputy director.
Hi. Hi. Hamawilo assistants. Organizing.
I'm Polycarp. I was the leader for this department, Intrepreneurship Sunday. My assistant wasn't around, Maria, but now she's here. She's the one who will give vote of thanks. So choir, kindly come on stage because of time. So as next time, we are praying to all the social media, the online community. Kindly, we will have, we are remaining with 2 sessions this year. 3 actually, 2 sessions this year. It will be bigger and better than this one. So kindly make sure that you always come and attend these programs. And we are promising you that as from our next event, we will start as early as saa 3. Juu tumeona we have a lot, but time inatucut short. So this is Lakisama Central AY Church Choir. AY Church Choir. It's a AY, a church choir, but AY.
Check.
sielewi, naamshwa nazo usiku. Usiku pia mchana. Nisipotee usikae mbali nami, niwe pekee, uje kwangu penzi na subiri. Usikae mbali nami, niwe pekee, uje kwangu penzi na subiri. Shida zinanizunguka, sina pa kuenda, mbona huji ukazitatue, nikapate faraja yako. Usiku pia mchana. Nisipotee usikae mbali nami, niwe pekee, uje kwangu upesi na subiri. Usikae mbali nami, niwe pekee, uje kwangu upesi na subiri. Nasikia faraja karibu, hutaniacha niwe pekee. Usikae mbali nami, niwe pekee, uje kwangu upesi na subiri.
Assistant Entrepreneurship Leader. Before then, maybe wengine wamjui director. Sasa umetoa nguo ya mgeni, huyu ndo sasa director, naenda help to make this come to a success.
Bwana sifiwe. Now putting off the guest hat. Let's officially close it by a vote of thanks from Maria.
Thank you. Good evening. First of all, we are sorry for keeping you this late. Do you forgive us? Aya, so vote of thanks. First, I'd like to thank you very much. We don't know what we will do without you. Cindy-o, we really don't know what we'll do without you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and we really appreciate our Hyven, yes? Oh, Elder Tonge. Sorry. Advocate of the High Court. Yes, Elder Tonge. Sorry. And Hyven also. Okay, this is not in any particular order. Hyven, we thank you very much.
Yeah, JC pia may insist. Awilo, sorry. I almost forgot Awilo and our media team, our main sponsors of the event. Oh, sorry, Mose the pianist. I'm forgetting the pianist. Sorry, thank you for the reminder. Mose and Vicky. Yeah, we also thank you. Situlikula lunch. Oh, Tush. Sasa nawe niambia Mose, Tush. Thank you. And tulikula lunch, senior. Yeah, we thank you so much for the people who are in the kitchen. Akapi Evans, CG Akapi. But thank you very much to him. We are really full and we are happy because we are full. Yeah, I think, and our main sponsors, our main sponsors for the event, Polico Media, we also thank you very much. And our own, okay, our main sponsors, Polico Media, we thank you very much. And to our online viewers, thank you for joining us. And to every single member who contributed towards this course, we thank you very much. We welcome you to our second event this year, which will happen later in the year. We will inform you. So thank you. And of course to God who made all this happen, because without him we're doing nothing. Yes. So I will invite Jesse to pray with us as we close.
Let's rise up for a word of prayer. We are praying. Our kind and loving Father who liveth above in heaven, we thank you for the tender guidance that you have shown us. You started with us this session. We started with the devotion, and we started with thee, and now you've finished. We pray that you may also be with us, and let everything that we've learned today stick in our hearts, and may we learn to practice whatever we've learned. Give us the urge and the spirit to venture into new businesses, and the strength and the long suffering, so that we may be able to withstand the challenges that may arise from them. We pray that as we go to our various rooms, may you be with us, guide us and protect us till we meet again. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I do pray and believe. Be blessed.